I'm not called the salad queen in my family for nothing, so trust me, this is not your sad, limp lettuce and tomato salad. This is the ultimate high-protein BLT salad, a meal on its own right that's completely whole food plant-based and absolutely packed with flavour. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Dr. Tila, a plant-based doctor with over 18 years of experience, and I've helped hundreds of patients regain their health through delicious, whole food plant-based nutrition. My goal is to show you that healthy eating doesn't have to be boring. In fact, it can be absolutely crave-worthy. A lot of people grab ready-made salads, but here's the thing. Those pre-packaged options often come with hidden calories such as dressings like mayonnaise and processed meats like ham, without offering nearly enough nutrition or protein. So today we're making a high-protein, whole food plant-based salad that's absolutely loaded with flavour. We've got crispy bacon-style tofu, a creamy Thousand Island dressing, and 40 grams of protein per serving. If you're not a fan of tofu, don't worry, you can swap out the silken tofu for a plant-based yogurt. And if you don't want the crispy bacon, then don't add it. It will still be high in protein. This salad will still be absolutely delicious and satisfying. So let's get started. We're going to start with the crispy tofu. So in a bowl here, I'm going to add some tofu. I've got some extra firm tofu here that I froze, defrosted in the microwave for a few minutes, and then pressed all the water out with my tofu press. Then I grated it. This will get really nice and crispy this way. But if you don't have time to freeze it, don't worry, you can still use it straight out of the packet. Remember to press it. So let's put that in. Then we've got all the spices. So if I can remember all of them, I've got some vegetable stock here. I've got some cayenne pepper. You don't have to add this if you don't like spicy food. I've got some black pepper, some smoked paprika. We've got some oregano hiding in there. And then we've also got some nutritional yeast. Then we've got some soya sauce, or you can use tamari if you want a low salt version. You can use a gluten-free version if you like. Then we're going to add some tomato paste in there. We're going to mix it. Now, I don't know about you, but there's no better way to mix this than with your hands. So excuse me while I do that. Obviously my hands are clean, but you want to get right in there to get the spices rubbed in everywhere. And then we're going to add some corn flour to this mix to get the tofu to be quite crispy. Now I don't add any oil, but you could add some extra virgin olive oil if you like to get this even crispier. You can also put it in the air fryer. I'm going to be using the oven today, but in the air fryer it can get really crispy. And actually when you want to heat it up, I just put it for a few minutes, literally 2 or 3 minutes to get it even crispier. It gets better and better with time. Then we're going to add some corn flour. I've got about 1.5 tablespoons of corn flour, and I actually added 1 block of tofu, which is about 280 grams in here. This salad is to serve 2 people as a main meal. There we go. And we give it a good mix. You can leave this to marinate for as long as you want, and it will soak up all the flavour. Alright, so now I'm going to wash my hands and put this on a baking tray. So I've got a breaking tray here. I am going to break it. So I've got a baking tray here, and because it's non-stick, literally you won't need to use any oil. Actually, it was a bit pointless washing my hands because look, I'm having to use my hands anyway. If you want it even crispier, you can put it on 2 trays if you like. So if we put it in a preheated oven at 200 Celsius, for about 18 to 20 minutes. You can check it, it might need a bit longer depending on your oven. So the oven is heated, as I said, at 200 Celsius, and I'll put that in now. I'm going to turn it halfway as well. So while that's cooking, let's get the dressing ready. Alright, so I've got some silken tofu here, and this adds more protein, but as I said, you can swap it out for plant-based yogurt if you like. And if I'm feeling lazy and I don't want to use a blender, then I will just put all the ingredients together with plant-based yogurt. So then I can just mix it all up in a bowl. Then we've got some dill pickles here. So I've got about 3 tablespoons worth here, but you can put as much as you like. Put that in. I've got some low sugar and salt ketchup here. I was so worried that I was going to put the wrong thing on the tofu and then the wrong thing in the dressing. Thank God, I think I'm okay so far. And even if I'm not, you wouldn't know, would you? And I've got some apple cider vinegar here in the world's smallest plate. Then I've got some maple syrup. Lastly, I've got some asafoetida. So I made this for people that don't eat onion and garlic. So asafoetida actually lends a garlicky, pungent taste to this, but you only need a little, so 1/4 teaspoon. I've also got some smoked paprika here, and I've got some lemon juice as well. You might need to adjust this and add some more sweetness with some maple syrup or some dates if you wish. And then we're going to add some salt to taste. I'm going to go blend this now. Here we go, we've got a nice and creamy Thousand Island dressing there, and the pickles have turned into little bits. I love it like that, but if you want, you can chop them up and put them in there so that it blends smoother. Okay, so now let's assemble the rest of the salad. All right, so I've got a large salad bowl here, and maybe I've got huge appetites, but I did actually measure this to be for 2 people. You could share it, you could take it to a potluck, and it will go down really well, I promise you. So we're going to start off with the base. We've got some lettuce here, haha, limp lettuce. Wait till you see what else I add, okay? So I've got double the amount here because I wasn't sure how much I needed, but let's add 1 romaine lettuce that we've chopped up finely. I'm choosing all the beautiful bits here now. Add a bit more. That should be enough. Then we've got some sliced radish. I've got about 100 grams here. You can add whatever you like though. Then we've got 1 bell pepper. I like red bell pepper, as you may have guessed from watching my other videos, but add any color you like. That's been chopped up finely. I've got 1 large carrot here, which I've peeled and grated. This doesn't normally go in a BLT salad, but who cares, it's my salad. I hear people always compare themselves to others. I can be like that as well, thinking there's no point trying to get healthy because that other person, look, they've got abs, you know, they look better than me, but they don't have the same circumstances as you. I'm a mom of 2. There's no point me comparing with somebody who can go to the gym every single day. I know I can't. I've got 2 jobs, you know, I've got 2 kids as well, and I'm trying to do YouTube videos. So always compare yourself to yourself. Try and be that bit better with yourself rather than comparing yourself to others. I sometimes need a reminder to tell myself that. So then I've got some black olives here, which I've chopped up. You can use any type of olives you like, so there. Apart from the ones stuffed with manchego cheese, okay? Please don't use those. Then we've got some cherry tomatoes that I've just diced. And then I've got some giant couscous. Now, I was trying to get the whole wheat version, but I couldn't find it. So I've got some white couscous, giant couscous here, which is a type of pasta actually, and not actually couscous. But if you can find the whole wheat version, I know I've got some knocking about at home, I just need to find it in my garage. But there's so much nutrition in here, and I wanted to add a grain in as well to make this a complete meal. So I'm going to add half of this, which is about a ½ cup dry weight that's been boiled according to packet instructions. I said it's for 2, I think it's going to feed about 7 people actually. Then we're going to add some chopped up jalapenos. Now I'm saying to taste because I really don't know if someone's going to add 3, 5, 15, 100. So there's 100 here. And then we've got some pumpkin seeds. I don't know if I've heard this correctly. Are they called pepitas or have I got that wrong? You can also add hemp seeds, which are high in protein. So I'm going to mix it now. I kind of want to use my hands. Will you allow me? I know my mum would. Okay, so we've got all our components ready now. The crispy tofu has come out of the oven. We've got the dressing and we've got the salad here. And it's time to plate up and mix everything. So if I just take, you can see how crispy this tofu is, especially the edges. I think we're all going to fight for them. So I'll put that in there. Trust me to use the one spatula with slits in it, but hey ho. So everybody can top their salad with the bacon bits. I say in inverted commas. Mum, don't get scared, it's not real bacon. And obviously, you know, we want to eat tofu over real bacon because bacon is a type 1 carcinogen, increases the risk of colorectal cancer, whereas tofu does the exact opposite. It protects against prostate and breast cancer. So we'll put that there. And I had an omnivore that actually loved this. He doesn't like tofu, but said this, well, he said, as long as it tastes like bacon, I'm happy. Right, so that's all plated up. I'm going to move this tray away. And we're going to now add the dressing inside the salad. So if I pour it in, I'll add about that much and let's see. No, it needs all of it. And you'll be surprised how low in calorie this salad is, even though you've got so much here. But it shows about calorie density, and you can eat a larger volume of food if you choose foods that have fibre in them, like the components of this salad. And to make it look pretty, I'm going to put it in another bowl to serve it up in. I call it my holiday plate because even though it's the middle of the winter, it feels like we're on holiday. Okay, so I'm going to transfer the salad, and you can leave all these ingredients separate. So you can take the dressing separately to work if you like, and the bacon bits in a separate Tupperware so you can warm it up in the microwave. Or you can even eat it cold, it's absolutely fine. I kind of want to see the edges of this lovely bowl in here. I could eat the whole thing actually, I think. So we're just going to put some crispy bacon over the top just to make this look nice. And let's tidy up. And there you have it. Do you like my presentation? This is the ultimate high protein BLT salad that's plant-based. You can prep the salad ahead of time and keep the dressing separate to keep everything crisp. As always, the recipe will be on my website. It's linked in the description as always, www.plantpromotingdoctor.com. Next time I'll be sharing a creamy, high-protein dal makhani that you definitely don't want to miss. So make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon so you get notified about my upcoming videos. Stay healthy and enjoy every bite. Try it. Yeah.